Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment of our show brought to you by the law offices of Ogle, Elrod, and Burrill. Did you know that their attorneys serve the entire region, as in from the Nashville area to the Chattanooga area and everywhere in between? If you have an issue concerning your family and your legal rights, call OEB this week. They will help your family line everything up with your legal rights. OEB, Ogle, Elrod, and Burrill. All right, got some stuff coming up on overtime that I almost forgot about. I told our director who's filling in today, now I'm going to forget the overtime tease, so you just put the full screen in and forget about me. And he did. Excellent work, Oliver. Send us your Twitter questions right now. We'll answer them in a bonus segment online. Follow me on Twitter right there at SportsSourceTV, and I'll tell you when overtime is posted this afternoon at SportsSource.tv. Now we got some rapid-fire questions for you guys. Got about, let's see, okay, we got plenty of time here. We got about 30 seconds a pop. Mark, I'll start with you down there. Will the Vols get a split this week? They got Vanderbilt and one loss. Did South Carolina lose yesterday? I didn't look.
They won yesterday. They lost early in the week.
I knew that they've still got one loss. Vanderbilt, South Carolina, coming to town. Does Tennessee draw a split in basketball?
Whew, that's going to be a tough one. Yes, I'm going to say yes. I think we've played so well at home. Both teams are really, really good. Vanderbilt hasn't had the start that I thought that they would. Many picked that they thought they could win the SEC. That'd be a tough one because they're a veteran ball club. South Carolina, I'm not sold on South Carolina. They're really good at what we're not good at. They're big. They got some good wings, but I'm going to say we will split and go 1-1.
And if I asked you if you'd pull a double and win them both?
I wouldn't make that bet.
All right, here we go. Chuck Cavaliers, Peyton Manning. I read a thing this morning saying that Peyton Manning, with 2 months off, he's healthier now than he was at the start of the season because his foot's healthy now. His foot's better now. This afternoon, he's going up against the JV team for the Steelers. Does Peyton Manning win and throw for 200 yards? So the win, just handing off, doesn't count. Does he win and throw for 200 yards against the Steelers?
I think he will, and part of that is just based on the injuries the Steelers have. Their secondary is giving up some big plays anyway. Peyton Manning being healthy is a big thing, but if you look at his record in the divisional round, I saw one time it was like 2-8, it's pretty bad. But I think the rest, and I think the momentum going in that they gained in their previous game, I think yes, they will win, and I think he will throw for about 255.
He won't throw for 200 yards. Won't need to.
Just run it. Right.
I'm with Bob.
All right, Jimmy, who's the better coach, Paul Bear Bryant or Nick Saban?
That's a hard one. I'm going to lean towards Saban, and here's why. I know Bear Bryant's got 6 national championships. I think it's harder to win a national championship now than it was. And some of those from Bear Bryant were based on a poll. I'm not saying they didn't always deserve it, but it was based on a vote. Now you actually have to get on the field. And while the system may not be perfect, it's better than what we had. So you got to win on the field. SEC championships, there were years where there was a 4-way tie for first. You don't have that anymore. You've got to go to Atlanta and win your SEC championship. And I think there are more good teams. The SEC has more emphasis on being better in football. There were a lot of teams Bear Bryant played in the SEC that weren't worth the flip. I'm going to go Nick Saban.
Agreed. You also can throw in the social media and the media scrutiny now. Scholarship limits are different now. You play longer seasons now, so more chances to lose. Yeah, I think you're right. Bob, quickly, about 30 seconds here. The media, the AP poll, final one, had Tennessee 22, Northwestern 23. The coaches poll had Northwestern 22, Tennessee 23, despite the fact Tennessee bombed them. What about them coaches?
What about them coaches? Them coaches weren't paying attention, or more directly, their sports information directors weren't paying attention. I thought that was just completely ludicrous because you watch the national championship game, Alabama and Clemson, and you think, if those teams played 10 times, they may split. Did anybody have that feeling after that Northwestern Tennessee bowl game? I don't think so.
No. Very good points. All right, guys, thank you very much. Appreciate these guys. We'll see them as we get closer to signing day. We continue to talk basketball year-round here on the Sports Source. You already know that. You watch us every week, and I can't say thank you enough for the way that you watch us. We appreciate it. Our sponsors appreciate it, and we'll appreciate it if you check us out online today at sportsource.tv, and next week right back here on WATE TV 6. See you next Sunday.
The Sports Source is brought to you by Fast Frame with Heather Whiteside art now available.